hello.
Oh. Yeah. This is episode 3 of the Hodgecast.
Let's go.
Episode 1, we had story time where we told you about some fun stories we had.
That's it. Episode 2.
Oh.
Mitch's still talking about 1.
Yeah, I was, but that's okay. I was just quickly going to say, we introduced ourselves.
Yes, we did.
Episode 2.
Episode 2, we spoke about football and a whole
Football.
bunch of things. You guys go check that one out.
Yeah. And today we have something that I don't know what we're talking about. We're just
going
about
to be talking about life. Now, I wanted to start with the thing that I did on Saturday. Now, me and my lovely fiance wanted to surprise me with a sauna day.
Oh!
So,
I want to say...
That's Pig Latin for sauna. If you didn't know. Losers. So, there's this place called Rimba Sweat in Manly, Sydney, Australia.
Wow,
Now,
must be nice.
we drove around. Yes, we headed out there from where we're at, which is where we stay at, which I didn't need to explain that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we drove there. We pulled in. Beautiful white building. Nice. I love the vibe of the place. Smelled really nice in there. We walked in and we were like, holy crap, this place smells like amazing. And she goes, well, you know, like I'm used to it, so I'm not smelling that. And we were like, no, this smells really nice inside here. She was like, oh, that's good. Anyway, took us straight through into the room. Now, it's infrared sauna, not the normal bullshit.
Infrared, like the people
Infrared.
using the guns.
Yes, so they shoot you. They all just stand there and shoot you with the guns.
I thought so.
So we walked in, and there's like this glass box with the infrared sauna all the way through. So you've got you walk in, and you look to your left, and you've got infrared sauna on either side, and you sit on a wooden bench that is literally sitting right smack bang in between all these like heaters.
What exactly does infrared mean?
It's like infrared light.
Right. And it's hot?
Yes.
Right.
So we walked in and it was 55 degrees Celsius in there.
Wow.
So you walk in and we sat down, we put our towels down, sat down, and we just started to essentially saunicate.
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 That's
so we're
a
in
new
there
word.
saunacating, and
That's our word.
you get to put your music on and stuff. Like you hook up your Bluetooth, Spotify, whatever you want. Different lights you can choose if you want the nice red light, kind of soothing, whatever. Blue light is like meant to be revitalized or something like that.
I thought blue light like damages your skin cells.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know.
That's
that.
why Valkyrie and Pokimane, remember they started selling this cream that protects you from your computer's blue light, and then they got sued for it because
Really?
apparently it doesn't exist.
Wow.
Because computers like reflect this blue light and it damages your skin, and then they started selling this product that protects you from
But it's a load of shit.
It might be a load of shit,
Wow.
but they got in trouble for it. But anyway, blue light.
So they should. Blue light, yeah. All the different colours you could choose from, essentially. The colours of the rainbow. Now, we just sat in there. We tried to get as hot as we could because we started to get really acclimated to the heat. We're like, fuck, this is really nice.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I was literally drenched from every single part of my body. I was sweating my arms, my fingers, my hair, everywhere.
Your penis.
Everywhere was sweating.
Everywhere was leaking.
Everywhere was... Too much. We tried to get it up to, you can get it up to 70 degrees Celsius. Now, we were trying to pump that thing. We turned it on the 100%,
Pump it.
heat us up, get us as hot as we can, and it was slowly gaining, but it was really struggling to get hot. We were kind of like, what's going on? We only hit 57,
Oh.
and we walked in at 55. We were like, okay, that was a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a bit sus.
Regardless, we're in there for about 40 minutes. You get it's about a 50-minute session.
Yeah.
So you walk in, you speak to him, you get in there, and you get 50 minutes, and the timer starts. So we had 40 minutes in the sauna, hop straight into the shower.
Yeah.
Cold shower.
Ooh.
Best for your body. You get the heat shock proteins from all the sauna.
Yeah.
Which is just fantastic for your mental, your body. Fantastic for recovery, all that. And then straight into the cold water, which is just... or probably even better for you than the hot.
Yeah.
And to
definitely.
go from hot and cold or cold to hot is just fantastic for your mind, your body, everything. Hop straight into the shower, cold shower. I could barely do it, but I was like, no, I'm going to be mentally strong here. I'm just going to deal with it. It was cold, but I just acclimated to it straight away. I was like, no, the benefits that I'm going to get from this so outweigh the feeling I'm having right now, which is get the fuck out. So we both did that. We had this amazing experience.
Sounds
Walked
really
out of there-
relaxing.
Yeah, walked out of there feeling like $1 million. We're both like, wow, we are like floating right now.
That's sick.
It was a really cool feeling. It was only like $50 to do
Ooh.
for a 15-minute session, which for me, looking after your body and stuff like that, for a price like that, in my opinion, is well worth it.
That sounds pretty good.
We actually were offered a deal to get 3 goes at this sauna situation with the cold shower and everything. We actually got the big room too, which is cool. And
The
it was
big room.
$110 for 3 goes. So we saved $40.
Cool.
And we've got to use that.
And you're going to use it again.
Month.
Yeah.
Within the month, you've got to go the other 2 times. So I
Yeah.
just said to Alana, which is my fiance, let's do 2 weeks and then 2 weeks on again.
Wicked. Yeah,
I would love to do that every single day.
Yeah, no, that would be
That would
very
be, like,
revitalizing.
Oh man,
Big word you said.
Especially for someone like you that works out, does so much running, football. Anyone that's really, really active. Like I'm active, but you're even more active, especially playing football and stuff.
I'm mega active.
So yeah, you need pure recovery essentially every single day.
I remember back when I represented Australia playing water polo.
Yeah, don't talk about it too much.
Bit of a flex.
Yeah.
Nice. But we went to the AIS, the Australian Institute of Sport, and all of the boys there was like 100 boys.
Mm-hmm.
Were all 15 years old because it was the under 15s comp.
Yeah.
And we were at the AIS, and we were training all day, all night, you know, because we're professionals.
Okay.
And then at the end of the night, we had to go into the cold bath and then the warm sauna.
Nice.
But because our coach was, I mean, the coach was great, but he was very strict, and he was like, you have to go in the cold for 10 minutes, like freezing cold. We're talking like literally
an ice bath?
a literal ice bath, and then you can hop in the water for 2 minutes. And we had to do it 3 times.
Wow.
So we were in the cold water for 30 minutes, and we only had 6 minutes of hot. And we had to get out of the water at the end, because you have to finish on the cold for it to work. For it to really...
Apparently that's the best.
For it to work properly. So
your body
we
has to then reheat itself.
Yeah, so we started 2 minutes in the warm, 10 in the cold, 2 in the warm, 10 in the cold, 2 in the warm.
That sounds extreme.
10 in the cold. It was extreme. It was ridiculous. We got out, we're all... And then it was alright, because we also got to put on these like cool like machines that go over your legs. You might see soccer players use them. They're almost like massage your legs. And
right.
you just like sit back on like almost like this massage chair, and you put these big things over your legs that massages your legs. That's
not... And how did you feel the next day?
I felt great.
Because, as a matter of fact, no, we went on the Sunday. I did the hardest workout I've ever done on that Saturday.
Whoa!
With a mate of mine who's a scaffolder who's an absolute tank these days. He's been growing like gnarly, and he's starting to look fantastic. And he pushed me to my absolute limit, working shoulders, back, the whole 9 yards. And me thinking I was going to be as sore as I was, which is usually some of the worst soreness you would feel after a workout like I did.
Definitely.
After this sauna and cold water, today and even yesterday after I done that, I have had no soreness at all. Like, very minimal. I can feel that I'm slightly tender.
Yeah.
But nothing like I was waiting for.
Yeah.
So, to me, I straight away am like, no, that really worked.
Yeah.
That really helped with...
I might be a little bit of a weirdo, but I kind of like the pain.
Oh, I love
it.
I fucking love it.
The next day when I stretch my body and my whole back is it's super tender, and you're just like, oh.
I know what you're saying, because
it feels so good.
You feel that pain, and you're like,
I don't sit in my room and go, oh. That was a joke.
Mitch strangles himself and saunicates.
No, but I like the sauna. I like putting my leg up and when I do a good leg workout and just tensing my leg, and the whole leg just oh fuck. It feels really good, because it's I worked hard to get this sore leg.
I know what you're saying. And one other tip for when you're working out, whatever age,
every single rep, you want to moan. Oh! That's the tip.
Do not do that, guys.
Oh, okay.
Please not do that.
Don't do that.
Ever. Never ever moan when you're in the gym, please. Unless you're really struggling.
No, you're allowed to moan.
You've actually...
Look, if you're struggling, you're allowed to.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go for it.
No, what were you going to say?
But the main thing you should be doing in between sets is, without making it look too obvious, which I kind of do because I just don't give a fuck at this point.
Yeah.
in between sets, you really, really want to tense whichever muscles that you're using. Get as much blood flow as you can into those muscles, into all around it. If you're working arms, kind of just stand there and really flex your arms and get as much blood and circulation as you can into there. I've heard it from many bodybuilders, many just health and fitness people that say that really, really can accentuate your gains.
Yeah.
And for me, I do it now pretty much every time I'm working out, and I've seen progressive growth, but I really think that it helps with me.
Speaking of accentuating your gains, what's your opinion on bodybuilders using steroids? Because they all do, right? Like most bodybuilders do. It's almost like it's the only sport in the world that's literally like, he uses steroids. But every other sport on the planet, you're not allowed to use this. This is cheating.
And that's a stupid opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because for things like the Tour de France, they all got Lance Armstrong got called, and he was taking his win away. But you know how many places down the line they had to go to give the win to someone? You know how many places it was?
How many?
27.
Really?
So the 28th guy got the win of the race in the history books now. No one even knows who he is.
I didn't know that.
The first 27 guys were on PEDs, and I imagine a whole lot after that as well. It is actually better for your body to be on drugs and doing the Tour de France because it is so absolutely fucking nuts to do as a human that it makes more sense to be on PEDs, which are performance-enhancing drugs, but it's just better for recovery. You know what steroids do? Do you really know what steroids do?
No, actually.
What steroids do is you work out, you do your steroids, testosterone, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
All it does is help you recover quicker.
Yes. I have heard this, actually, yes.
So the next day, you're able to go as hard as you were the day before. And those guys work out usually 6 to 7 days a week, and they're always working at, let's say, 99%.
Yes, that's true.
And that's all they do. So, in my opinion, more sports should be allowing it, but having everybody do it.
Okay.
Or in certain sports, if you want to have a league that are on steroids, like baseball, when steroids were around, it was actually a fun sport to watch because every single guy had these massive arms and were just huge because they would work out all the time and they were able to get big. They would hit all the home runs.
I think, I know what you mean, but I think having a steroid comp and a normal comp, eventually it'll just become a steroid comp.
And that's what I'm not suggesting.
The normal comp will go away. Like, over years and years, it'll just be like, this is so much better.
Hey, what do you want to see as a person when you're watching sports? Do you want to see the best of the best? Or do you want to see the average people?
I want to see the best of the best.
And what do the best and best... What's going to make them the best of the best?
Being named Mitchell Hodge?
Steroids.
Steroids!
So...
Sorry, yes,
why would we not just have everybody on steroids? And doing the best of the best stuff that we can watch. Does that not make sense?
I know exactly what you mean, and it does make sense. But isn't there sort of like a cool factor behind being natural? It's like, I naturally beat this guy who used
There is a cool factor behind that, but if every single other person was on steroids, that natural guy would straight away be washed under the rug.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like...
Do you think Brock Lesnar? Do you know who Brock Lesnar is?
I don't know who that is. That's a bodybuilder, isn't it?
No. He's a WWE/UFC guy. He did that many steroids. He's a fucking giant.
Yeah.
And then when he went into the UFC, he was just off the steroids for a bit. But he'd still had all the effects of the steroids over the many years that he did them. And he was a fucking giant.
Yeah.
And a wrestler. So he just absolutely demolished many, many people.
Right. So he used the steroids but didn't use them. And he was still winning.
When he was getting drug tested for actually the UFC. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that it should be that way, but if we want to see the best of the best in everything, people should just be taking the best performance-enhancing drugs there is.
Yeah, I think as long as the steroids are purely just for recovery and not like improving your reaction speed or something. I don't know if there's any drugs that can do that.
I would say there is.
I would say there is, and I think that'd be unfair because it's like if you can take a drug that makes you better in a certain aspect of the sport, I think that's unfair. But if you can just rest better, I think that does make sense.
So the whole thing is, where do you draw the line?
Where do you draw the line?
Because they're just trying to not even let the line start.
Yes.
Because where do you draw that line?
And also, like, if there is a natural player and there is a steroid player, I don't know if natural's the right word, but non-steroid and steroid person, and they're going up against each other, and the steroid wins, would the world not start to be like, no, that's unfair? But
No.
if the
the non-steroid guy, get on steroids.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. But
Yes.
but if the non-steroid guy wins, people will start saying, hey, these steroids aren't actually worth it.
Well, there you go.
And
Then
I
you
think
have your discussion.
I think that the non-steroid people could still win. Like, out of that,
They
like,
could definitely
drive,
still win. 100%.
desire,
yeah.
technique.
Yeah.
Because in football, Messi is the second best player to ever live, and there ain't no way he's ever taken a steroid.
No, I'd say no.
But I'd say that, like, a lot of other footballers have, and it's like, well, they're nowhere near as good as Messi. Like,
no.
no one's even
So
close.
let's leave it to the people.
Let's leave it to the people.
What do you guys say? Should steroids be allowed or not? I want to hear it from you guys.
I think that they should, but
Okay,
I
good.
personally won't be taking them.
Okay, and me neither, because I want to be natural for everyone,
Yeah.
essentially.
Hell yeah.
Maybe not. We'll
Is
see.
that all? Did you want to talk about anything else?
No, I had something else written down, but my phone's in the other room charging because I had no charger left. So I am just going to give you guys this, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yes, and if you did enjoy, click the subscribe button. This is episode 3 of the Hodgecast, season 1.
4 will be coming soon. Thank you guys. This was the Hodgecast. Peace.
Peace.